Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Aijaz Qureshi from Toronto, Canada, with today's the Aijaz Qureshi Show. Today, we're going to talk about women's health. As I mentioned in my initial post, that we have created so many shows around women, mental health, and physical health, and all these kind of things, and their emotional health and related topics. Today, our esteemed guest is Saadia Zeeshan Azhar. She is a ketogenic coach, as well as she's pharmaceutical researcher. She is from New Jersey, and her background is in chemistry. She has over 80-year experience in pharmaceutical industry. She has facilitated many research projects, and that resulted in special diets or diets for human beings. And she has experimented these diets over a course of years, several years. And she then started to realize that all of these diets, they have either pros and cons and things like that. So there is not a single product that meets body needs and things like that. So she decided to create her own diet, and she took it as a challenge, and she started to formulate a diet, and she came up with IntermKeto. We're going to talk about what IntermKeto is and how it can help human body, things like that. She is passionate about women, and she is passionate about their health, and she is passionate about motivating them to stay healthy and lean. So if a woman in the house is healthy, the entire household is healthy. And if the household is healthy, eventually the whole society is healthy. So let's welcome Saadia on the show. Welcome, Saadia.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate the introduction was very overwhelming. Thank you for having me in the show. I'm very excited to be part of this show and looking forward to discuss women health and also what IntermKeto is and the benefits.
Awesome. So let's take a step back. Where did Saadia Zeeshan Azhar started? Like, where did you go to school, your initial school?
I went to school in Connecticut, which is also a state in the United States. And then I went to University of Connecticut, did my bachelor's in chemistry. And then I started working in pharmaceutical, working in various in the labs and also in the clinical research. And over course of time with my expertise, and also there's a personal experience that I would like to share here, despite the fact that I do have a knowledge and the background of, health and chemistry and food chemistry. Myself also, it just started off of, I was just experimenting with different diets, looking at it in the work area. But then personally, a few years back, I went to the doctor, and I'm only in my early 30s, and I went to the doctor, and I found out that I am on the borderline of high blood pressure. And
really?
I've never been overweight in my entire life either.
Wow.
I wanted to take that challenge of not taking a medication because 80%, more than 80% is based on your diet. All these hypertension, diabetes, insulin resistance, all these come from your diet. So then I started to formulate this program, which I will discuss in a little bit. And I started to experiment that on myself, and I saw significant results. After 2 months, I was no longer on a borderline. My blood pressure was normal. Even though, I had some other issues with like iron deficiency, that went away. So I saw a lot of improvement in my health. Then I was like, okay, well, I want other women to leverage this. I want to help other women because, to be honest, most of the women don't take care of themselves, especially in, South Asian women, right? So then I started off with like 15 volunteers who wanted to start with this, and slowly went big. And then I had to actually go into a platform where I have my own website, own program to start to actually hire people to kind of support with this. And I'm so glad that, over few years, I have started with 15. And then over the years, I've helped more than 500 plus people on this diet, and very effective too. Nobody got sick, only improvement in health. And what I normally say is health, weight loss is a byproduct, right? You need to get healthy first in order to lose weight. It
Absolutely.
cannot be other way around. Wherever you want an other way around, you see a huge problems, right? It's not sustainable. So that's what my background is, which I would like to share with the audience.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Weight is like yo-yo, right?
Yeah.
If you don't maintain it, what goes away, it comes back again. So, okay, let's take some comments. Iram Ladik is saying, oh, giving thumbs up. Thank you so much. I'm a Khan from Kashmir is saying salam, walaikum assalam. Thank you so much. Shama Munshi is from Karachi. She's saying great. Thank you so much, Shama. And Salahuddin is our regular viewer. He's saying hi and good morning, Aijaz Qureshi and Saadia Zeeshan. Thank you so much for saying good morning. Appreciate it. So we are talking about women's health, and you know that we have created these programs for the betterment of our women, and we'll be continuing with these series of shows based on women health. That includes the mental health, the emotional health, and all these kind of things. So why women health, Saadia? Why not men health?
Okay, so this program.
Why are we why the topic is gender biased? I mean, come on.
So I wanted to clarify this, right? So it's not, right? So over the years of this journey, I did have men as well, and the interesting fact is the results are better in men due to the many reasons, right? The hormonal function and everything. The results are seen better in men instead of women. But, the whole thing is that majority of these women that are following this diet, because they're cooking all this at home, so indirectly their men are also involved in this. And then it's the funny story that they come back to me and they tell me, well, like I lost 10 pounds, but my husband lost 20 pounds. That's not fair, because I was the one who, drove this and who started this. But like I said, right, my motto is if a woman is healthy in your society, in your house, the whole house is healthy, right? Because
Absolutely.
she's gonna follow who holds the kitchen normally, right? It's a woman. So if the woman is healthy and following the healthy habits, the whole house will follow that food.
Agreed. Completely agreed. So you put the whole family on diet, or what's the deal?
So it's not, right? So the personal story that I would like to share here, that even in my house, right? So my family also, nobody was gonna give up carbs, right? Complex carbs, bread, roti, all this that
of course, that's our culture, right? How can we give away carbs?
Exactly. So, but what happens is when you start exercising it at home, when your diet is proportioned, right? You eating vegetables, this percent is vegetable, this percent is protein, and then certain percent is carbs. And then you slowly increase the percentage of vegetables. You see a difference.
Who eats vegetables? I mean, come on. We should be eating like korma, nihari, patande, all these keema naan, aloo naan, and biryanis, and all these kind of chicken and mutton, and these karais, all that. What's going to happen to those?
Yeah. So again, karai is not bad, right? So when you're eating just chicken karai, that's not going to harm you. That's actually protein. Even if you had fat, even if you had some oil, that's not bad. When you combine it with the naan, because the glycemic index, right? So there are certain things that impact your weight, right? So over these years, we have this like low calorie. Oh, I have to stay low calorie in order to lose weight. Yes, it's true. It's a universal mechanism, right? So your body needs fuel. So if you're taking more fuel, your body is gonna reserve that as a fat.
Right.
Which is true, but that's not the only thing. Calorie in and out is not the only thing. There are other factors. For example, like I was talking about glycemic index, which means when you're eating something, how fast the insulin levels spikes up. So if you just eat chicken karai, your insulin levels are not going to be spiked as much. Once you add carbohydrates, which is
There you
pure
go.
carbs,
That's right.
it has no nutritions, no value. It's just refined carbs with just a bunch of calories. Yes, the glycemic index goes in double the amount. And then you would not lose weight, you'll gain weight. And all these problems are not because of oil, it's all because of insulin resistance,
Yeah.
which goes back to complex carbs and sugars. So if you
Right.
limit your carbs and sugars, you should be good to go, even though your calories are fine. It's based on what you're eating. So there are many factors that come into the picture of weight gain and weight loss. It's not just as easy as just taking low calories.
True. And people like me who eat lots of carbs will continue be paying to the gyms and spending time, hours and hours, and posting pictures on Facebook and all that kind of thing. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So
So
just take out the carbs out of the diet, and that should be fine. But we'll talk about that. Let's go back to the comments. Samira Bhatt from all the way from Sweden is with us, saying Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. Thank you so much for hopping on the show. Nazneen Kokreja is saying good morning. Thank you so much, Nazneen, for being with us on the show. Rizwan Ashraf is saying, Aijaz Saab, can we do conversation in Urdu and English mix? Most of people watching your program in Pakistan, sir, this is an international program, and most of my shows are in Urdu. You have been enjoying those, but I'm now trying to convert to some English content as well, so that my international fan following can be increased. So thank you so much for the suggestion. Appreciate it. Now, I'm not sure if this is the MD is the abbreviation of Doctor of Medicine or it is Muhammad, but anyways, Riaz Islam is saying, wow, thank you so much. And Adnan Press is saying, great, sir, thank you so much. And Dr. Meher Akhtar is saying, yum, absolutely, absolutely. Samira Bhatt is saying, okay, I cannot read on this show. I cannot read Roman Urdu, so I'm going to pass on. And then Ambreen Parvez is saying salam. Walaikum assalam, Ambreen. Thank you so much. Ambreen is also doing another show, a series of shows with me on the mental health. So these are two women who are really, really supporting women on my show to the betterment of the women of our society. So thank you so much, both you, Saadia, and Ambreen. Thank you so much.
thank you.
All right. So let's go back. So you have been researching, you have been working for pharmaceutical industry, you have been doing surveys and things like that. You've been testing. Where do you test all these things? Do you test on human beings like us, or do you test on like any research, any pharmaceutical research? People test those things on animals or something like that. No?
No. So if you are formulating a drug, right? Yes.
Forgive me if I ask you stupid questions.
No problem. I would, I just want to clarify. Yes. So when you are inventing a drug, a medication, yes, you start with mice or you start with animals and then you start with it, right? When you are experimenting with, for example, diet, human body and how human body works, you do it on actual human beings, right? So it's not like you're injecting something in the body. It's just that you're making healthy life choices, right? So you're looking at, for instance, like I said, right? So there are multiple diets out there that are usually on extreme, right? So let's talk about Atkins diet, where there is that no limit on protein. You just keep eating protein and you just don't eat carbs. Well, protein, our body is not designed to have that much protein, right? Then you will see side effects as kidney failure, right? Because the kidney is not designed to actually throw out the bigger particles, which are protein. So that's out, right? Keto diet, right? So my diet is not a regular keto diet, right? So the reason behind is keto diet also, well, it tells you to consume less than 20 grams of net carbs. Well, everything has carbs, right? When we are thinking, we're sitting down, we're thinking about carbs, we're thinking about roti, rice, naan, bread, all this are carbs. That's complex carbs. That's refined carbs. Do you think the Asian men were eating roti, carbs, rice? No, right? What they were eating? They were eating vegetables. They were eating fruits. They were hunting, right? And then they were eating meat. They were cooking that and they were eating meat. They were not eating complex carbs. So our body is, so all these vegetables also have carbs. So if you're following a regular keto diet, it suggests you less than 20 grams. You can't even eat enough vegetables. So where are you getting your nutritions from, right? That's where the problem starts. So again, side effects you will see. You will see people getting fatty liver, people getting kidney disease, keto rash, because the body is not designed to have such a low carb amount where you're not even eating vegetables. Excessive fat, right? Keto diet is also suggesting you to eat excessive fat. Again, your body is not designed to have excessive fat. So what this program in IntermKeto does, it combines, it takes the core values that, okay, we're going to stay away from carbs. That's the keto fundamental, right? But then yet again, we're not eating excessive fat. We're eating loads of vegetables, because guess what? Vegetables has a very low glycemic index. It's not going to spike your insulin. It's not going to have any problem with your insulin. That's why people lose weight, right? You don't need to eat excessive fat to lose weight. Then there's another part is intermittent fasting, right? IntermKeto, intermittent fasting, and low carbs. Intermittent fasting, over the years, we have seen people, right, that they fast mental clarity. So when you combine those, the frequency of eating is less. And when you're eating a healthy choices, which are vegetables and healthy carbs. The combine that, it's very healthy for your body. Your growth hormone is up there, your insulin level are down. People, I had people over the years that had diabetes, type A, type B. After the program, they said either their insulin levels that they required for their body has decreased tremendously, or they are no longer on medication because your body is not producing so much insulin. So I'm going to give you one example. A can of soda has 5 tablespoons of sugar in it,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Your body blood sugar to run only needs 1 teaspoon. Your entire body needs 1 teaspoon of sugar to function. Once your body gets more than that, your insulin level's gonna be really high, and it's gonna work over time to bring that 5 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. Otherwise, your body will get toxic, right?
True.
So that's just a normal phenomena that you have to remember that, right? You have to always think that, okay, well, Asian man was eating naan, roti. No, they were not eating that. They were surviving fine. There was no obesity. There was no health problems like, heart attacks, kidney
And they live
failure.
longer. They live longer. The lifespan was bigger than what we have today.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's take some comments while we talk. And so let's go back here. Ambreen Pervez is saying, great topic. Thank you so much, Ambreen, for appreciating and your encouragement. Saadia Zeeshan Azhar is saying, thank you so much. Dr. Meher Akhtar is saying, Atkins was a popular diet, but it affected the kidneys. Thank you so much. I guess we are having some network issues here, so hang tight. Uh, let's see. Please, someone comment and let me know if you can hear me. We lost Saadia because of the network issues. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me message Saadia so that, okay, thank you, Dr. Mayer. Thank you so much. Okay, sent her the message. So viewers, I guess we are having some serious network issues. I don't know what's going on, but we are having some serious network issues. Let's see when we have our guest back into the show, and we will continue talking on the topic. Today's topic is women's health, as you have noticed, and we are talking on that topic with Saadia Zeeshan Azhar. We lost her, and let's see if she comes back and joins the show. I sent her a quick note. And we'll be taking your comments as soon as Saadia comes on live on the show. All right. So we have Saadia back. Okay, Saadia, you're back. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay, good. All right, so I'm not going to bother putting New Jersey. We all know that you're from New Jersey area. Okay. All right, so I was going through the comments that people have made, and there are tons of comments coming in, and I'm not sure if you saw the comment coming in from Dr. Meher Akhtar. She said Atkins was a popular diet. It affects the kidneys. And then she said fad diets are harmful. And Sana Omar is saying keto diet is magic. Well, for our viewers, and there are lots of other comments, I'm going to come back to those comments as well. But let's define for those people, those viewers who have no clue what the keto is. Keto is becoming kind of a fancy word these days. And so for those people's information who do not know anything about keto, that includes me. I do know about it. But,
so after this show, you should be pro at it. You should be actually going home and doing it.
So what is keto everybody talking about? Everybody's raving about.
Okay, so keto diet is like I was explaining it before, right? So keto diet is so there's 3 macronutrients, right? So every time you eat something, it divides into 3, right? Carbohydrates, fat, and protein. Anything you eat, it's gonna divide. Your body's gonna divide into these 3 macronutrients. So what keto diet does is actually tells you which percentage you're gonna take, right? So it's about, I think, 80 to 85% is fat, mainly coming from fat. 5% is from 5%, 15% is protein, and then only 5% is carbohydrate. And this is what I was talking about, right? Less than 20 net grams carb that you have to stay on a keto diet. I totally agree. It's not healthy. It's harmful because you're not even taking vegetables. Like for instance, let's talk about like broccoli, right? You're taking broccoli, 1 cup of broccoli has 6 grams of carbs. So
really?
I mean, if your margin is only 20 grams, I mean, you're basically saying I can't even take too much broccoli, which is healthy, which is vegetables. So yes, I totally agree with that, it's harmful. You don't take too much fat. You don't need to take that much fat in order to lose weight. So my program is a merge of keto, which is, yes, you have to stay lower in the carbs when we're talking about refined carbs, not vegetables. Vegetables are not going to add up because your body is going to absorb better. They're not going to absorb it as if you eat naan versus broccoli, right? This is just a common sense. So keto diet is high fat, very, very extremely low carb, right? So those two factors are not in the IntermKeto diet because I know that later on they're harmful. You can't continue to eat like this. You can't continue because your cholesterol will go very high because your body's not used to of eating too much fat, right? If you take severely low carbs, your body's gonna go in shock. You're not gonna get enough nutrition because you're not even eating vegetables. So, and I do agree with the comment that Atkins diets was a great diet to lose weight, but it was harmful. Like I discussed, it harmed kidneys because it was suggesting that you can eat as much as protein you want, but just don't eat carbs. But what happens with too much protein, right? Your body's not designed to eat too much protein. Protein has bigger particles. Your kidneys are not gonna flush through those particles, right? So this program with low carb and with intermittent fasting, you see amazing results. Anyways, you're going to see your weight is going down. Your skin is going to look better. Your health is going to look better because you're eating vegetables. You're getting all your minerals. You're getting all your nutrition values, trace minerals, vitamins from vegetables, right? And then protein is all. So it's a very healthy diet. And like I said, so far, I've not seen whoever followed correctly have not seen any side effects. We only saw benefits of it.
That's great. That's great. Nazneen Kukreja is saying Saadia's diet is excellent balance that suits anybody, any body type, and shows results. I have tried and tested, and I would vouch for her plan. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. Dr. Mehrakhtar is saying, I'm type 1. Can I go on keto, on any keto? We'll figure it out. We'll get the answer. Afroz Rizvi is saying, Assalamu alaikum, Aijaz sahab. Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much. Mia Zia is saying, great. Thank you. Thank you. Sana Umar is saying, I tried Saadia Zeeshan's diet. It works magically on me. Wow. Amazing. Testimonials coming out. That's good. That's good. And Nazneen is saying, we can hear you now. Thank you so much. Yep. We had some network issues and they just confirmed that they can hear me. Afroz Rizvi saying, can she talk in Urdu? We talked about it. This show is going to be in English, so sorry about that. Urdu viewers, thank you so much for hopping on the show. Mohammed Russell is saying he can talk Bangla. No, I cannot talk Bangla. Thank you so much. We'll talk only English. Mehrakhtar is saying, what's the name of her diet plan? We'll talk about her diet plan as soon as we can. We finish these comments and then we'll talk about that. We'll dive into her diet plan. Mehrakhtar is saying, I can talk till she comes back. Okay. Well, we have her back, so thank you so much. Afroz is saying today here is some internet problem. I think it's everywhere. I mean, New Jersey, Toronto, they're not exceptions anymore. So I mean, I had my Wi-Fi went down, so I had to come back again. So did Saadia. So it's okay. Sometimes it's okay. Mehrakhtar is saying better program. Thank you so much for your appreciation. All right. So I think it's time now to talk about what is IntermKeto, because you have really worked hard on that, and you invented that, and you said you have tested and there are no side effects and things like that. But again, what is different in IntermKeto than the normal ketogenic diet?
All right. So IntermKeto, like I said, is very different than regular keto diet. Main reasons, right? So there's two core things that were actually not giving benefits, but more like severe side, right? Like I discussed, very severely low carbs, less than 20 grams net carb. That is actually limiting you not to eat vegetables. IntermKeto does not let you do that. IntermKeto is actually describing it in a way that you're not actually counting vegetables, healthy vegetables, into your carb net. Second difference is excessive fat. Regular keto is saying, take excessive fat, like 80 to 90% diet should be just fat, which is like insane. It's like eating butter, basically, just butter and cheeses. IntermKeto does not promote that, because in future you will see a lot of problems with that. Yes, you will lose weight, but the health issues will come on. So no, you do not. You only take fat in a proportion. So IntermKeto is a low carb, moderation in protein, and moderation in fat, along with intermittent fasting. So there are three things that actually contribute.
Intermittent fasting, sorry, Saadia, to interrupt you, but intermittent fasting means skipping meals?
So it means that you are actually the frequency of eating. So instead of eating 6 meals a day or 3 meals a day, you are eating 2 meals a day. You're not restricting your calories. You're eating the same amount of calories that would spread throughout the day. You're eating less. And then you change that. The program, IntermKeto program, is designed to change that, because your body will, the body that God made us in a way is that we get used to it, right? So it's against nature to lose weight, right? For survival. So you have to change. So if you're doing frequency, is that you were starting off with 3 meals a day, right? So you're gonna eat your dinner, for instance, dinner at 7 p.m. and then you were eating your breakfast at 7 a.m. That's like 12 hours window, right? So 12 hours you were sleeping, your insulin was down. You're gonna actually extend that. So instead of eating in the morning 7 a.m., you will be eating 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. So what happens is your body is gonna actually go into, like, the insulin is gonna be down, your growth hormone is gonna be up. Growth hormone is great for cell repair, for beautiful skin. A lot of people say that, well, I wanna get Botox, I wanna get this, I wanna look younger. You wanna look younger? Do intermittent fasting, eat less. I don't know who came up with 6 meals a day, slowly eating all day long. You're not getting a chance to have your insulin levels down. So you need to extend your periods of eating, give a chance for growth hormone to actually up and running.
They talk about metabolism, that it keeps burning the calories and it keeps working. So I'm not sure how much truth is in that.
So it's very simple, like I was explaining, right? So every time you eat, you spike insulin, despite the fact, right? So, which I explained, if you consume something with a lot of sugar, the insulin is gonna be high rocking, right? So then it's gonna take some time, the insulin, to go back to normal.
To settle down, yes.
Which I explained, 1 teaspoon, your entire blood in your body needs 1 teaspoon to function. Anything above that, insulin is gonna work overtime. That's why we have diabetes. So if you eat throughout the day slowly, you're never getting the insulin on a low levels. The insulin gonna be up and running every time you eat. The frequency is longer if you're eating less meals. Do you think the Asian man was eating 6 meals a day? No, they were actually, there were days that they were not eating, right? Because they had to go, they were in ketosis, right? So ketosis is when your body doesn't have enough glucose, right? So what happens is your body naturally is made for survival. It's gonna go and attack your fat cells, right? It's gonna use the fat to run then, right? So if you have noticed, right, when you get sick or something, you're telling the doctor, well, it's been days, I haven't eaten anything. And they're telling you, you're fine, make sure you're hydrated. You're not gonna die if you haven't eaten for 2 or 3 days, right?
That's right, yeah.
So because our body is designed, what we have done over the years, that's why we have obesity, we have diabetes, all these health issues, because we eat a lot. Everything we do is connected with eating and continuous eating, snacking. So IntermKeto, I'm gonna go back to my program. IntermKeto is designed in a way that it would help you actually discipline yourself. So you will go longer periods of time without eating. You have more energy spark because your body is using fat. So fat is a pure fuel, by the way, and carbohydrates, energy from carbohydrates, it's not pure. So think about putting paper in a fire. You need a lot of paper, right? Otherwise the fire will go away. So think about carbs. Carbs digest very fast. You have to keep adding it. You have to keep adding it for your body to work. Fat, think about it as a coal. You use little bit and it would last longer.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for the explanation. Afroz Rizvi is saying, please tell about keto diet. We already talked about Afroz. You joined a little bit late today. So you have to go back and watch the show after the show finishes from beginning, and you will know what keto diet is. And Afroz Rizvi is saying that your program is super. You cover all the topics of life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your encouragement. We are trying hard to really bring something new on every single show. That's what we are striving for. Mer Akhtar is saying that's true. We design eating sessions. Awesome. That's great. That's great. All right. So we talked about diet, and now diet is not the only thing related to women's health. What else do you think is a necessary or is a necessary component for women's health?
Okay, so stress, right? So taking care of the stress, which is also related to the diet, right? So I have so many women that are joining me, and they're saying that, we used to, when we were like few years back, we were eating the same calories, everything is the same, but we are adding up weight, and I'm in depression because my clothes are not fitting. Every time I go on a scale, I get depressed because my I get stressed. So when you're stressed, there's a hormone called cortisol. That is also it actually brings more weight. So your body gain more weight if you have high levels of cortisol. So then they're gaining more weight because they're stressed. They're thinking about it. They have this depression that, okay, I'm gaining weight. Then also brain fog, right? So if you're eating too many carbs, and you have noticed that too, right? Food coma. So you had lunch where you had a lot of carbs, and after that you feel sleepy. That's what food coma is, right?
Yep.
When you are in IntermKeto, you have mental clarity. Some folks, their weight is fine. They just want to do this diet because they say, well, I have mental clarity. So I think this helped a lot with women as well. So what happened is their depression got better with losing weight. They started to look great. Mental clarity came back, right? With they felt better about themselves. And then cortisol levels went down as well due to this diet. So there were so many women that were just like, oh, you just changed my life. I was like, I didn't, you did.
You did, yes, that's right. Well, I get under depression, Saadia, whenever I hop onto my weighing machine. I get depressed because there is a ticket that comes out says this machine is designed for only one person. That's a lame joke, old joke.
You should join IntermKeto and see the benefits.
No sales on this show. All right, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah. So, guys, if you have any questions related to women's health, you can ask Saadia. Saadia will be more than happy to answer your questions, and you can definitely comment. Nobody is stopping you from commenting, so please do comment and let us know. How do you see the show? Is it helpful? Does it bring value to your time or not? If not, then please let us know how we can make it better. So thank you so much for hopping on the show. Saadia, what else we didn't cover in terms of women's health? We talked about the diet. We talked about the stress. There could be multiple reasons for stress. There could be internal factors, external factors, impacts, things like that. What about physical appearance, physical well-being, getting in shape?
Yeah.
I'm sure that yes, diet has impact on that as well. But again, do you suggest something else that women should do in order to get back in shape?
Yeah. So, like I said, right? So early on the program, I said, well, 80%, it depends how you look, your appearance is 80% is what you eat, right? It depends totally what you're eating. You can control a lot of diseases or delay a lot of appearance of a lot of diseases by just watch what you eat, make sure you eat healthy. You don't need to take, you don't need to take medication. And I even shared my personal example that I was actually really close of starting blood pressure medication in such a young age, and then I delayed that process. I know eventually because of the genetics, right? So a lot of these issues are through genetics as well, but you can delay it, right? So if your father or your mother had diabetes, yes, more than likely you have that gene, you're gonna get it, right?
Exactly.
But
That's right.
you can fight it off. You can extend it. So by eating health choices, right? Appearance, also exercise, right? So in order to lose weight, you don't need to like exercise too much, but for your health, and it's just gonna make you feel better. Walking, brisk walking. You don't need to
Brisk
be in
walking.
a gym to lift weights or run or do aggressive things, because that's not sustainable, right? So especially women, we barely get time to hit the gym. You have tasks in your house that are piling up. Along, if you're working, then you're also working. So even brisk walking, right? So I usually normally tell my clients or the members that who joined me that even 30 minutes brisk walking, do you know how many benefits you get by just doing that? If you do outside, you're getting sun, you're getting vitamin D3, you're walking, your head is clear. It's helpful for your mental health as well, because you're thinking, you're walking, all your nerves open up, your skin feels better. And then, yes, I do not promote excessive exercise, which is not sustainable, right? Then your body is gonna, like I said, your body is designed in a way that your body gets comfortable whatever you choose, right? Healthy eating, getting comfortable of healthy eating is great. That's long term. But excessive weightlifting, going in a gym, working out for 2 hours, you're not going to be able to do that for the rest of your life, right? Brisk walking, yes, you will be able to do rest of your life. So I usually tell women that even if you're home, you can't go outside, just run up and down on the stairs a couple of times. That helps, right? It just makes your heartbeat go up a little bit. It will, open up all your arteries, your veins in your heart, your blood circulation gets better. You don't need to do extensive exercise. Even little things make a big difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then if mental health is all connected with your physical health, if you are physically fit, right, you will feel great, right? You will lose weight, you will look younger. Like I said, there were so many women in my program that had severe depression. Majority of the time was just because the way they looked, being overweight, people talking about it, or just being unhealthy because they kept going to the doctor for medication, several reasons. When they started doing this diet, there was also a focus that, okay, there's something that I am doing in my life for myself. Because a lot of time what happened is women we do it, but then towards the end, we're just like, what are we going to cook today? Oh, what my kids are going to eat? What are my husband's going to eat? First time in your life, you're sitting down, you're thinking, okay, what am I going to eat? What is good for me? So that is also kind of uplifting in your mental health as well.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. That's great. So we covered all the aspects like healthy eating, exercising, and maintaining physical health, maintaining physical shape, and everything. So if you need more information, you can visit Saadia Zeeshan Azhar's website as well as her page. And there you can get more information about her program. So we talked about so many things. Saadia, thank you so much. What would be your final word on the show?
Okay. So the final word I would like to say that whenever you want to join, you want to lose weight, never think of this that, okay, well, I want to lose weight. I am size this. Now I'm size large. I want to be small. That should not be your goal. Always think that you want to get healthy first. And then as a byproduct, the weight loss will come. This diet or any healthy choice that you do, regardless of actually joining IntermKeto or doing this diet, you just don't want to do extreme measures. You want to always think of your health first. If you're healthy, then you will lose weight automatically. You don't want to get to extreme measures where you're not eating anything and you're drastically dropping your weight. That's not healthy either. You want to do it in a smaller, slower pace so you're healthy. You will be healthy. Your family will be healthy. Your kids will be healthy, and the whole society will be happy.
Awesome. And we love to be healthy. Thank you so much, Saadia Zeeshan, for hopping on the show and walking us through all these nice things about a ketogenic diet and about IntermKeto and how our women can maintain their well-being and their health. So thank you so much on behalf of Dreams Television, the Aijaz Qureshi Show, myself, all the viewers who have watched the show and commented, or who will be watching according to their time zone and their comfort. Thank you so much for hopping on the show and being a wonderful guest.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be in your show. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Viewers, that was Saadia Zeeshan and Aijaz Qureshi, and Saadia Zeeshan will say goodbye to you. Inshallah, we'll come back again with some other valuable information to you. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself and people near you. Take care.